My name is Joanne Jankowski, and I am the head of academic quality at EU Business School Switzerland, Swiss campuses, and I'm also a senior professor. I've been with EU Business School now for over 12 years. I would describe our MBA classes as very dynamic and also, aimed at developing kind of world-class leaders and entrepreneurs through the experiences that actually reach beyond the classroom. So we have, faculty. These are academics who are also entrepreneurs, business leaders. They have years of experience in business in various environments. So we immerse our students in kind of real world business environments through the practical application that we offer. We work on a lot of case studies, business simulations. The class discussions, they're based on real world examples that stem from the faculty experiences. And when I said, beyond the classroom, what I meant by that is we kind of enrich these experiences with things such as, company visits and guest speakers. We have conferences. One of our conferences, Learning for Leaders, this features heads of top companies from around the world, such as the chairman of Nestle and chairman of Siemens, the chief operations officer of Manchester United. This is just to name a few. And through this, we kind of provide, the fundamental skills and qualities that any future entrepreneur or business leader needs to possess. And to answer the second part of your question, what makes us number one in the most diverse programs, MBA programs, is I would say, the diversity of our student body, faculty, and also staff. And also, the diversity within our programs, the programs that we offer, because we have a really wide range of majors, from international business through design thinking, blockchain management, to kind of leisure and tourism. So I think that really, in combination, makes us the most diverse MBA program. Diversity in an MBA class is important in order for students to be able to kind of share experiences, ideas that take into consideration a variety of perspectives that include, various cultural differences, because, we live in and work, of course, in a globalized world, and today's leaders, they have to have international knowledge and understanding of global market trends, customer needs, preferences, in order to be successful. And I truly believe that without this kind of sensitivity, you cannot be a successful business leader today. So I would say that at EU Business School, diversity for us means inclusion of everyone. So this would be, students, faculty, staff. These are people who represent, all cultures, genders, age groups. And it's about sharing knowledge and experiences of all of these groups in order to shape the, leaders of tomorrow. And so I believe that it's not only kind of what happens in the classroom, but also, in the general environment that students are exposed to on a daily basis. And this has a huge influence on them as well. One of our core values is that we're very open and inclusive, and we're not only open to human diversity, but are equally open to new ideas and diversity of thought as well. And we're open to new challenges and, new ways of doing things. So we're constantly developing, within our programs, we're making necessary changes. We work with a huge area of businesses, large, small, medium businesses around the world, to try to understand, the changing environments and to be able to adapt to those for our students so that they have all of the skills that are kind of required in business today, because this is constantly changing. For our MBA candidates, I would say we look for individuals who are curious, who are open to new experiences, who are hardworking for sure, because academics requires perseverance, but also individuals who are collaborative, people who are willing to work with others, because in the classroom, we do a lot of work in teams. This is, how many organizations today are structured. We know that organizational structures in general are more flat today because of agility and because of how fast markets are changing and whatnot. So decisions have to be made very quickly, and problems have to be resolved immediately. So that requires more kind of group collaboration. And so we really foster that in the classroom. We work a lot in teams. We try to teach students how to manage teams, because this is really a big part of everyday leadership, and thus, kind of part of all of our classes. Through our admissions processes, we try to ensure that we reach out to all groups, students in regions all around the world. Our message is clear that we welcome students from everywhere and from all walks of life. We're currently represented by 100 plus nationalities in our student body, so that's quite diverse, I would say. And also we have a huge outreach through our recruitment teams. They ensure that there's a representation of students from all regions. We have strong collaborative partnerships with schools globally as well, both high schools and higher education institutions, in order to offer opportunities for students globally to join our campuses in Switzerland, in Barcelona, and in Munich. Those are our key campuses. I believe that diversity overall, I think it's growing in intensity, and it's changing in the sense that it is true, it's no longer maybe limited to nationalities and gender only, but making sure that everyone is included, based on, if you look at, age. So the differences in generations are also very important to consider, and make sure that we include everyone, race, ethnicity, sexual orientation. As I'd mentioned, today more than ever, we're seeing, how important different perspectives are to consider in a business environment. In more countries around the world also, I feel people of all cultural backgrounds, genders, and so on, age groups, races, as I had mentioned, are demanding inclusivity, and quite rightly so, because ultimately we're all human beings, and there's no reason for one group with certain characteristics to be treated differently than others, right? We should all be included, and more so, customers. To add to that, customers expect companies to target their specific needs, and again, we're all different. So in order to be able to do that, these leaders of the future, they have to have this kind of, as I said, sensitivity and these kind of abilities also, and the understanding of the differences that we have today. I would say that, as many schools, we have grown throughout the years. We've been expanding our student body, gets bigger, more diverse. So I would say, because of us just simply getting bigger, we see much more diversity by default, I would say. However, from the beginning, our mission as an educational institution and our strategy has been to kind of be fully inclusive, and we want to be and pride ourselves in, we pride ourselves in being a global kind of higher education institution. So changes for us are more in the quantity, I would say. The quality, I guess, the focus is continuously on inclusivity, and this has always been in the forefront of our operations, and we really are very proud of this. I feel as though, each applicant that comes to us is special in their own way. So just because they have been, shaped by their experiences, by their cultural heritage, by their traditions, their background, and so on, so that makes them special right from the get-go. I would say, be open, be proud of who you are. It's quite simple, really. So I don't think any special effort needs to be made in this respect. If I were to choose one kind of specific maybe area, I think it would be the essay response, because in the admissions process, we ask our students to provide us with an essay in which we want to kind of learn a little bit more about the student, kind of aside from their academic achievements and, their grades and whatnot. So kind of who they really are. And so through that essay, whether this be a written essay or we also welcome video essays, introduce yourself, tell us who you are as a person, what you think makes you special and what you can add to the EU Business School community. And this is what we welcome very much. Very much so. I would say, our students, they obtain jobs all over the world, almost immediately after graduation or even before. So we have a lot of students who, during their studies, they join various companies, whether this be for work or for internships in a huge area of industry. So we have really students, our alumni, across the world are working in various industries and various countries, various regions around the world. And so this kind of proves that the diversity that we offer is very much appreciated by business leaders and companies around the world. As I said before, this is something that for today's leaders is crucial. You can't be, I believe personally that you can't be successful, or at least it's very difficult, if you don't have that kind of, cultural sensitivity, and if you don't understand diversity. We know that a lot of companies today, they have special diversity trainings that they're offering to their employees, right, at the beginning and the onboarding processes, and then throughout as well. So I think our students already kind of coming with this sensitivity and with this understanding of diversity, that gives them an edge, and it's a big plus for them, and it's very much appreciated by employers around the world. So as I mentioned, we ensure that students, they work together. We encourage all the students to, share experiences and perspectives. We really encourage participation, active participation, not only in the classroom, but also in all of the events, conferences, visits, guest speaker lectures, etc., that we offer and that we promote. So we explore a variety of topics. We provide examples from all over the world that will kind of help students understand the differences in global markets, consumers, the needs, the wants of customers around the world. And we kind of, encourage them and help them get a feel of what international business environments are like and what it is that they need, what kind of skills that they need to have in order to thrive and in order to be successful in their, future work.